And welcome to another Rant Sports Reviews. Tonight I am reviewing Toronto FC 1, Atlanta United 0, and also ranting about the Supporters Shield fiasco, but that's the second half of this video. I'll talk about this match like I need to, then I'll talk about the Supporters Shield because I think it needs to be talked about. I'll rant about it. This could get NSFW in the second half, but first I have to thank Sons of a Pitch Soccer Podcast for having me on their live stream watch-along reaction to this match tonight. Go check out their channel. I'll link it in the description below. Go subscribe to them because they deserve it. They're almost at 500 subs. I think they may have passed it on the show tonight, but they're right there. They're almost there, if not already there. Go check them out. It was a blast being on their live stream, and I'm going to help them because if you like my content, you're going to like theirs. They're mostly MLS and Liga MX podcast, mostly MLS. They're considering talking about Liga MX more. But if you like my content, you're going to like theirs. So I was happy to be on their stream. It was fun. If you watched it and you're coming from there, hope you enjoyed it. And while you're there, if you're going to subscribe to them after watching this video, go watch the stream because it was fun. So, in the 89th minute, Toronto FC get the one goal that they need. Richie Laryea gets the ball, makes a cross out of nothing into the box. Pablo Piatti slightly heads it in past Brad Guzan to make it 1-0. That's the way this game would end. The game was very even. I would say that Atlanta won the midfield slightly. They had a better amount of possession. They did win possession 51-49. They had a better amount of possession, especially in the second half when they brought on all their DPs. Moreno, Barco, those guys, they took off Jurgen Damm, but they had to. He only played a half in the past game that they had. And Brooks Lennon wasn't bad in his stead, I would have to say. Atlanta United played very well tonight, but Toronto FC got the one goal that they needed. They shut them down as well. The defense was good enough. Laryea and Auro, Gallagher, Simon, and Gonzalez, they were good enough. They shut them down. They did good at home, and you are happy to see it. The midfield, I would say Toronto's chances weren't as great. They created them, but they weren't as great. Toronto FC won the game on shots, 11-6, 6-1 on target. Atlanta only had 1 on target, but that was in the second half when they put on all their DPs. Toronto had 6 on target. As I said, Atlanta won possession-wise. 559 passes for Toronto to 551 for Atlanta, so it was pretty even. 85 and 85 passing accuracy for both teams. 14 fouls to 10. 1 yellow to 1 yellow. There were 2 yellows, so it was under the average of the center ref, as we had found out in the live stream. His average of yellow cards is 3 per game, but the fouls were definitely an average, I would say. No reds, 4 offside for Atlanta, no offsides for Toronto, 2 corners for Toronto, 6 for Atlanta. The game was even. It's been like the past couple of games. The game was pretty even. The defenses did their job, even though Toronto got the goal. They both did their job. They both worked against each other. They both played hard. They wanted the 3 points, even though Toronto took it. Even though Atlanta probably would have settled for the 1, they were going for it, especially in the second half. Both midfields tried to create as much as they could. Both midfields were great. Now, Toronto's Pozuelo and Piatti also tried to take matters into their own hands more for Toronto, with Ayo Akinola out and Patrick Mullins starting. And then later on in the game, Jayden Nelson and Nick DeLeon being on for, I would say, the strike pairing, I would say. Pozuelo and Mullins, not Pozuelo and Mullins, Pozuelo and Piatti tried to do it themselves, and they got the goal, so it worked out. Atlanta, they were more loose with the ball. Everybody got touches. Jurgen Damm, Moreno, Kubo, Torres, the like, they got touches. Everybody got touches on Atlanta, and I'm surprised they didn't score. I got scared there later on because I was like, the defense is starting to get a little bit more shaky, and they're probably going to score. But luckily, they didn't, and they didn't let up, should I say. And Westberg with an amazing game as well. Toronto FC gets another 1-0 win. 83.33% of their wins this season have been 1-0 wins, or 1-goal wins, I think. Not just 1-0, 1-goal wins. But that stat came from Martin Bailey on Twitter. You know him, you love him if you're a Toronto FC fan. 83% of wins have been 1 goal for Toronto FC. Champions find a way to win, as Luke Wildman said on the broadcast. So I agree with that. So great for Toronto FC getting this win, but gladly, even though I wanted this game to be a curb stomping and a basically beat the bleep out of Atlanta United game because of what came out on Saturday, it wasn't, so it gives me enough time to not be over the limit in ranting about this. The Supporter Shield, wait, hold on. Man of the match, Richie Larea, he got the assist. That goal wouldn't have happened without him. Richie Larea is man of the match. Now back to the Supporter Shield thing. This may be not safe for work or younger people, so if you're younger watching this video or at work, wear some headphones and then get it out of your browser history. Well, not that desperate, but you know what I'm saying. Well, if you're a kid, probably would be a good idea. If you're younger than like 15, that probably would be a good idea because nobody wants to like know that somebody basically cussed the MLS, and hopefully I don't, but if I do, I'm covering my you-know-what here. So, the Supporters Shield fiasco. The ISC, the Independent Supporters Council, says they will not award the Supporters Shield to the team that is top of the league in MLS this season, and that they will not award the Shield because there's no fans in the stands and the schedule is not balanced. Well, that's what they said at first, but they muted the tweet. They also had the guy who heads the ISC basically go on a witch hunt by himself against everybody asking him questions on his personal Twitter. And every time somebody debunked his point, he'd move the goalpost. It's like, oh, the schedule's unbalanced. Oh, there's no fans. Oh, there's blah, 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 blah. What's wrong with you? If you're going to move the goalposts, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. If you're going to move the goalposts like that, it'd be like, but first we said there was no fans and the schedule isn't balanced, even though we know the schedule was only balanced 2 years of the whole league's history. And it wasn't even balanced last year. What's your problem? Is it because you don't feel like it matters? These players have been playing in a pandemic. No fans. Some teams have had to play in North America outside of Canada because of the quarantine rules because, well, the federal government screwed it all up down here and they don't want Americans going up into Canada, which I understand. And that's not a personal political view. That's just facts. That's just facts of how this works, by the way. Let me explain something here. Toronto FC, Montreal Impact, Vancouver Whitecaps, they've had to play most of their games in America away from their families. And one of those Canadian teams, once you know it, Toronto FC, top of the league even with all of that. They are top of the league right now, being away from their families, playing in Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut. Top of the league away from their families. Now, they will be able to see their families for a couple of days after tonight because they were saying that before their game against Philadelphia on Saturday. They got back to Hartford, train, and then go to Philly for, like on Thursday, I think, to train in Hartford. But, come on, y'all. Stop it. This season is the hardest season to win the Supporter Shield in because you have to have a deep, deep roster to win. You have a different lineup on both match days or a good amount of changes because guess what? 3 games a week is a hard schedule to play. Players, it's hard for them to play 3 games a week. So the fact that we're top of the league, damn, that's an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment. And any team that is top of the league, hell, they don't just deserve 1 shield, they deserve 2. Because that's how hard this season is. This is the hardest season in MLS history, regular season-wise. And you're not going to give the supporter shield because you got mad or something happened or the council was like, oh, Toronto's top. Philly could win it. Seattle could win it. That's not the teams we want to win it. We could just lie and say the pandemic and make it an asterisk. Nobody's going to ask questions. Well, guess what? People did. That's the most idiotic shit that I've ever seen in my life when it comes to this league. And it wasn't even the league. It was the supporters council. And the funny thing is the league has basically been told that the supporters shield, having the supporters shield, isn't financially benefiting. They should make their own trophy. What do you think's gonna happen when you pull this stunt? And MLS is like, well, they told us it probably would just be better if we made our own trophy for the top of the league. Let's do that. You're either going to get yourself pushed out or, at best, hated by every fan base in the league. Probably pushed out, though, and good for you for being complete and utter idiots. Dumbasses is what you are. You're going to take a trophy that these players fought their asses off for what? Ego? You're out of your damn mind. Toronto FC are fighting their asses off to win this trophy. Hell, Philly and Seattle as well. Why? Because the circumstances of the year. Let's just realize that this year isn't perfect. Everybody's come to terms with that. I came to terms with that in March. Everybody knows this year isn't fair, equal, whatever the hell. This year is a cluster bleep. Okay? Live with it, you egotistical. You know what, alright? It's a joke is what you are, ISC. You are a joke. And I hope MLS makes a trophy and says, you know what, we're still going to award one. And at least the team that finishes top of the league, probably not Toronto, because they probably won't give it to a Canadian team. I mean, they'll get the money, the prize pool for finishing top of the league, but not the CONCACAF spot. But at least the team who finishes top still gets that. Like it should be. Like the rules state. They may not get the trophy, the shield. They may get another trophy. And I hope it's counted as a treble, because, especially for Toronto's reasons. Because if it isn't, I'm going to raise hell again. What the hell was this decision? The stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. These teams are fighting their asses off, and you say, nope, no trophy. Most you can win is one thing. Unless you're Portland or Toronto. Then you can win a double. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? These teams have played a regular season just for playoff places? Is that what you're telling me? And maybe a Champions League spot? And like $2 million? No actual physical thing to tell you, oh, you finished top of the league. You were the best of the best in a pandemic season. How backsided are you? How freaking dumbfounded backsided are you? Like, what the hell? It makes no sense. None. Zero. The supporter shield should still be awarded, if not MLS making their own trophy. And that's just the facts. That's the way it should go. Supporter shield council, screw off. Hat flick to you. MLS, if you don't make a trophy, hat flick to you. If you make one, that'll be a hat tip. But you better make a damn trophy or something for the top of the league this year. Or just for the rest of time. Leave them in the cold. Like they said you should. Alright? Yeah. So, that's what I have to say. So if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tuesday, I will be reviewing a CONCACAF League game. I forgot which one, but I will be reviewing a CONCACAF League game. And I hope you enjoy it. You will see it when it comes out. Because I had a brain fart. But I will be reviewing the CONCACAF League next week. 3 matches. Then I will wrap it up on Friday. Then Saturday will be a Toronto-Philadelphia review. That's what I got next week. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.